Before empires learned how to conquer, before Rome believed itself eternal, there was Egypt, a land shaped not by men, but by a river. The Nile flowed as it always had, patient, powerful, unstoppable. It carried life in its waters and destiny in its current. And on its sacred banks, history prepared a queen. In the year 69 before Christ, within stone walls etched with gods and prophecy, a child was born into gold and danger. Her name was Cleopatra Philopator, glory of her father. She was not raised to be beautiful. She was raised to be dangerous. As a child, she listened while men whispered behind palace walls. She watched power move in shadows. She learned that Egypt was rich, Rome was ruthless, and mercy was weakness. She studied languages, philosophy, astronomy, politics. She learned to speak to allies and enemies alike without translators. Knowledge became her first weapon. When her father died, Cleopatra was 18. By tradition, she was forced to share the throne with her younger brother, Ptolemy XIII, a boy king controlled by fearful men. But Egypt had room for only one ruler. Cleopatra ruled openly. She signed decrees alone. She appeared before the people without her brother. Coins bore her face unsoftened, unhidden. The court trembled. She was betrayed, stripped of power, driven into the desert. Any other queen would have vanished. Cleopatra did not. She raised an army in exile. Mercenaries followed her, not for Egypt, but for her. Then Rome arrived. Julius Caesar stepped onto Egyptian soil, summoned by chaos and insult. Cleopatra knew this moment would decide everything. Smuggled into the palace under cover of night, wrapped in linen, she emerged before Caesar calm and unafraid. She did not kneel. She spoke, and Caesar listened. Alexandria burned. War tore through the city. Cleopatra stood beside Caesar, not with a sword, but with strategy. Her brother fled and drowned in the Nile, weighed down by his own gold. Cleopatra was crowned Pharaoh of Egypt. She bore Caesar a son, Caesarea. Rome watched, and Rome feared. Cleopatra walked Rome's streets unbowed. Statues rose in her image. Whispers followed her shadow. Then daggers fell. Julius Caesar lay dead. Cleopatra fled with her son, leaving behind a city soaked in blood and betrayal. Her war had only begun. Alexandria smoldered. Victory left scars. Cleopatra ruled alone now, stronger, sharper. Egypt rose again under her command. Caesarion was not just a child, he was a declaration. She sailed to Rome, a queen entering the lion's den. Senators watched her with fear masked as courtesy. A statue rose in her honor, and resentment hardened behind marble smiles. Rome whispered of her influence, of her power, of a woman who bent Caesar's will. When Caesar fell, Rome turned cold. Cleopatra fled before chains could close around her. Back in Egypt, she sat alone on the throne. Caesar was gone. Protection was gone. In Rome, a new force rose. Octavian, cold, patient, ruthless. Cleopatra understood the truth. To survive, she would need another alliance. She summoned Mark Antony not with threats, but with wonder. Down the Nile she came on a barge of gold, sails dyed purple, air heavy with incense and destiny. Antony stepped aboard and hesitated. Cleopatra did not beg, she commanded. They spoke of power, of Rome divided, of a world ruled from the east. Luxury became strategy. Desire became diplomacy. Cleopatra bore Antony children, symbols of union, not heirs but declarations. Rome watched and seethed. Octavian moved quietly, tightening his grip. War came at sea. At Actium, fire consumed ships. Chaos ruled the waves. Cleopatra withdrew. Antony followed. Rome called it betrayal. Cleopatra called it survival. Lies reached Antony before truth. Believing Cleopatra dead, he fell upon his sword. He was seriously wounded and dying. She found him laying on the palace floor. She held him as life left his body. She was alone again. Rome advanced. Cleopatra chose her ending. Roman legions crossed deserts without mercy. Alexandria fell. Cleopatra sent Caesarion away in secret, toward hope. Rome intercepted him. The last son of Egypt died quietly, so no future could rise. Cleopatra retreated to her mausoleum, surrounded by gold and silence. Octavian came to claim his prize. Cleopatra stood unbowed. Chains were left behind. She bathed, dressed in royal attire, placed the crown upon her head, not for Rome, but for history. A basket was brought. Inside, death. She did not tremble. The asp struck. Rome arrived too late. Cleopatra was laid to rest as pharaoh. Roman banners rose over Egypt. But legends do not die. As long as the Nile flows, as long as the pyramids stand, Cleopatra lives. Not as Rome painted her, but as she was, a queen, a strategist, a force, and the woman who chose eternity over submission